Hello YouTube, it's Conspiracy Boy here with another car boot haul video. Something a bit strange at the end, guys. We're going to go through a sort of a what's in the box, though it's all going to be the same sort of stuff. But anyway, more of that to follow. So, if we start on this little section here. So, I got this handful of little toys here. Wario, it's a nice little plush Wario. And a little plush Pikachu for £3, which is probably my most expensive find of the day. I got this little dragon that came from some sort of playset, but the playset was expensive. I just like the look of the dragon. There's a little mermaid. She's quite highly detailed, actually. Let's see if we can put her down and show. There's the mermaid. There's a couple of Pokemon, one that looks like a worm and one that looks like a dog person, so they're obviously new ones. Couple of furry rabbits, they might go the rabbit. There's a monster looking thing, I don't know what that is, and two rampant rabbits. So as I say, that was £3 for that little lot there. It was also £3 for these two Mint Impact action figures. Now I don't actually know Double Impact, I'm assuming it's from a comic. They're both the same character, China and Commando China. I think it's the one on the left here, on the pictures on the top. I think it's 1994 or 1996. So we wanted £2 each, but eventually took £3 for the two. So that's not bad, I quite like those. And what do we have here? Oh, sunlight, my enemy. It's not going very well here. Look at all that, guys. How can we resolve that? What about if I do... is that better or is that worse? We'll see at the end. So, this little lot that you can see on camera now, all the way up until the gun. Oh, the gun was 50p and it's a cap gun, by the way. All this stuff that you can see on screen was £1. I started hunting through the box, because if you can see in the top left-hand corner here, there's a Beast Wars figure. I was trying to put the Beast Wars figure back together. And unfortunately, it was very difficult. I'll pick the things up. Hopefully, the sunlight won't stop us too much. So there was an M&M there, an M&M there too. Monsters in My Pocket Wrestler. This little bird thing, which is from Digimon. Some sort of, I don't think it's Boba Fett. I think it's the other one. Fett. I forget his name. Sweet Dispenser. That's definitely Arnie from Last Action Hero. You've got the front of one of those Turtles watches, Donatello style, but when I actually opened it up, they've taken the actual screen thing with it, which is a shame. You've got this sort of dinosaur, what they call Digimon or something like that. Two little Sonic the Hedgehog handheld games. There's a little one of Tails and there's one of Shadow there too. Maybe Orange Hedgehog would like those. And then there's this little tub thing from R2-D2, missing its arms though. This was a Jurassic Park Lost World sort of bike clip-on thing. Came free with cereal. These are two accessories for something. They obviously shoot out, but who was firing burgers and donuts as their weapons, I don't know. This is the head of a street shark, missing the body. And then there's this ferocious green dinosaur looking knockoff thing. It's got a button and this looks like the head lights up and stuff. Another one of those things that turn into little balls and then you press a button and it pops out. It's some sort of gorilla. And a couple of Space Jam freebies that came with cereal. So that little lot there cost me £1, so I wasn't too worried about that. I found a Teddy Ruxpin and a Timmy Mallet's mallet, and he wanted 50p each for those. I don't have any cassettes that go with Teddy Ruxpin, so yeah, I don't know how I'm going to tell whether he works. I'll try and make sure that there's no batteries in there. I found the same seller had this book that he wanted 20p for, which, you know, compared to 50p for a Teddy Ruxpin and that seems expensive, but you know, I guess I'm complaining over nothing here now, really, aren't I? So that was from them. I got a book for 50p, A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawkins. One of my friends told me it was worth a read. Might be a bit too much for me though. Still, we got one of those Marvel Mini-Mate Hulks there. Here we are. And a Power Ranger as well. I think these things were about 20p each. Power Ranger, Hulk. This thing, which I don't know if it's Masters of the Universe. I got one the other day that I thought was, and someone told me it's from Godzilla, so I don't know if that's a Masters of the Universe one or not anymore. This little thing, I forget what they were called now, but again, he was very cheap. Little Star Wars figure, he was very cheap. Little Pokemon, some sort of evolution of Eevee by the look of things. You've got two little mini turtles. These are probably the 2003 versions, not the retro version. You've got a Leonardo and a Donatello, and an Ekans there as well. There we are. We've also got two Star Wars Mini-Mates. These were 25p each, so I wasn't too fussed with those. There's a little 1984 Gremlin, what I assume is a monster in my pocket. Some weird Scooby-Doo dressed as a caveman. A little Pikachu keyring that opens out but it's hollow inside because of the hole in the bottom. I have a feeling there used to be a lollipop inside there. These that I really like, this is Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, and they're sort of bendy, highly detailed. They feel lovely, like sort of felt. Yeah, I really like these. She wanted 50p for the two of them, so yeah, I was chuffed with that. What else have we got here? This was from the same seller. He had everything marked up, so it was 10p for these, 30p for an old school blue Power Ranger. I thought it was the metal ones with the light up red bits, but unfortunately it's not. And then Machamp, Machoke, one of those, little Pokemon thing. Yeah, that one was 35p, this one was 30p, and this one was 10p, so it was 75 pence for the three of them. Dick Dastardly came in a pound job lot somewhere there was a pound, I forget. What else have we got here? These were 10p each, Rhino and Wolverine. It was 10p for this little Yoshi and his car, like the Wario I got last week. It was 10p for a monster in my pocket there. It was 10p for this weird looking beaver fella. Yeah, beaver. Yeah, Tommy it says, old school, but today. This little lot here was £1 as well. You got a Gladiator, bad guy from Power Rangers. You got an Orc from my Lord of the Rings playset, missing an arm, which is a bit of a shame because I'm really looking for those, and the more I find, the more they all seem to be damaged. You had a Made in Britain Nazi, again missing the arm. Funny how they're two bad guys, both missing an arm. Another one of these ball things that snap out. It's more like a dinosaur than the last one. Miniature Harry Potter, very small Harry, and like a robotic rabbit looking thing there. And then I got this in the same deal as well, this giant pig looking thing. This is what caught my eye. I really like the look of this, guys. It's got very weird looking eyes there, this pig, and his mouth opens up. And you see inside there's like those lines. So yeah, this has got me a bit puzzled. The articulation's relatively good, but limited. So his arms go all the way up, and his legs move side to side. He's got a hole, probably where his tail was meant to go. And on the bottom, the writing on his leg says Ace Lightning, Characters and Logo, 2001. So if anyone can think what that's from, I'm thinking it might be a video game of some description. Please comment below. I'd love to find out what he's from. He's very cool. He reminds me of the bad guys in Duke Nukem. I also got this, which is the white Power Rangers little dagger thing. I had this as a kid. It's missing the cover. It's a little bit dirty, but I'll give it a clean. If I remember rightly, it made noises, and this little head at the top would open and close, and maybe the eyes lit up. But it definitely made some noise. I had a lot of fun with that when I was a kid, so I like that a lot. I also got all these gemstone eggs. They get bigger as they go along, for £2, and there's 10 of them, so they worked out at 20p each. I've seen some in the shops and they're quite expensive, so I like my gemstones, just with those. There's a little dinosaur for my my friend's kid, who's called Charlie. so there's a nice sized dinosaur from there. And then there's this gun. Which is 1996 Star Wars. I noticed the logo on it as I walked past and thought, oh, we'll have that for 50p. So yeah, chuffed with that. Then I got this box as well, guys. As you can tell, it was full of 8-tracks, which are even before my time. These are ones I'm not too impressed with. ABBA and Santana and stuff like that. But I think these ones might be relatively collectible. We start at the bottom. There's quite a lot of Rolling Stones, 4 or 5 of them. There's some Eric Clapton, quite a lot of Status Quo and the Beatles, Roxy Music, quite a lot of Led Zeppelin there too. Deep Purple, Alice Cooper, Queen, Pink Floyd, The Who, Cream, John Lennon, Buddy Holly, David Bowie, 10cc, ELO, yeah, loads and loads and loads. So I don't know what these 8 tracks are actually worth. I just thought for the age of them, because they're 1970s, he wanted 20p each. Well, I pulled out about 18 from this pile that was on 360. He just said, well, I'll have the box for a £5. Means that I now have about 60 of these things. So even if I sell them at 10p each, I still make a profit of, £1 or so. But I think that maybe some of them might be able to find a good home. I'm sure someone would want some Led Zepp, A-tracks, or some old Rolling Stones A-tracks. But we'll see. We'll see if I could sell some of them on eBay, maybe as a job lot or something. But anyway, that was today's haul, guys. Gemstones, Power Rangers. Again, comment if you can know what this pig's from. Lots of little bits today and not much in the way of big bits. I think I've officially decided to ignore the big car boot sale that I normally go to and go to little ones. I had a late start today because I went to the NAS festival that's close to me yesterday. So yeah, didn't get much in the way of sleep. But next week I'm going to do 3 or 4 local car boots instead of the big one. Maybe only do the big one when it gets closer to Christmas and it gets quiet in the local ones. But anyway, that's today's haul, guys. Comment below, rate, like, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.